I already told you. The doctor knew the medallion was mine, and he asked me for it. I gave it to him. I did so without even asking anything for it, together with a parchment written in an unknown language. And I also warned him that it might be dangerous to own the medallion.
To what dangers do you refer?
All those who have worn the medallion have died an unnatural death, and before 1 year has passed.
And you? How is it you're still alive?
You see, I never wore it. It's not prudent to entice destiny. Hear this, and I hope I'm mistaken. We have not seen the last victim of this cursed medallion.
There's no trace of it left.
There was only a light mark there. Maybe you imagined it.
The mark came when Irina's blood fell on my hand.
She also knows, like the beautiful Elizabeth, how to use blood. The other day I surprised her, rubbing her breast with the blood of a pigeon.
Summon her.
Maria Vasari, widow of Peter Plachowitz.
Are you the wife of Dr. Peter Plachowitz?
His widow, your lordship.
Do you recognize this body?
We all know that it is he.
Of course, we don't wish to make this situation more distasteful than it already is. But to conduct that business which is necessary, do you recognize this body as your husband, the accused? Please, madam, answer my question. Do you recognize this body as that of your dead husband?
Yes, it is he. Possessed by the devil.
Nadja Plachowitz.
After 2 days of visiting me, he presented himself to Nadja.
And what did you do?
He looked at me with such sadness.
What happened then?
He kissed me. But not the way one kisses a daughter. And then...
Yes, and then?
he bit me in the neck and began to suck the blood from the wound.
Your own daughter, you cursed man. Your own daughter. She will not be all right until we destroy him. I ask for justice. Do you have no pity for a young innocent girl? Do you need any more proof?
Do you believe this could be used to attract new victims? Do you notice any sensations that could be called mysterious?
We beg your lordship. Please, don't make jokes.
I'm not joking. I'm now talking of proof. Why don't we find out if what was said is true or not?
Fine. But how?
I'm going to keep the medallion. I'll wear it. And if it's true that one risks death within a year, well, I'll have to accept that risk.
Your Honor, may I take your gun?
Never dare to tempt the devil.
The Marquez offers a possibility of eliminating a superstition. Then why should we prevent him? I propose we continue this conversation in my castle. This place is, shall we say, a little grim. Don't you agree?
The dinner is excellent, milady. I believe that the mayor, as well as the judge, have made a bad mistake by not accepting your husband's invitation.
Your Honor, forgive me for being so indiscreet, but I'm dying to ask you a question.
I am at your disposition.
Do you think that a vampire is a person who has succeeded in defeating death? And if so,
Is it due to the blood of the victims he has killed?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I have interrupted. And I know that you're anxious to answer my wife's question.
It is evident that the death of some beings produces life in others. We see this every day in nature, including our own bodies. We provide nourishment for our bodies by the death of animals and plants.
In the case of a vampire, maybe he's only a rebel. Because he's not resigned to leave this world. The only one he knows and understands.
Surely. Well, according to what Voltaire has written. The truth is that those who suck human blood are not precisely the dead, but those living. Speculators, usurers, and other authentic vampires who do not live precisely in cemeteries, but in luxurious palaces.
Like this one?
More or less, Excellency.
You like the ruby. Redstones keep away vampires, isn't that true?
But do you really believe in these stories of the dead leaving their tombs?
You've only been a short time in this area, Dr. Silas. And someday, perhaps, science will discover the truth of many things that the youth of today consider simple superstitions.
In that case, there's no doubt that I shall change my opinion.
My music seems to have had a soothing effect.
Beautiful music.
Thank you very much, but it's not mine. I'm sorry for having kept you so late, but I shall arrange everything necessary for you to remain as my guest for tonight. I hope you'll accept my invitation.
Thank you.
Who's there? Who are you? What are you doing here? Answer me.
Please excuse us, sir. The mistress ordered us to... Well, I mean to say, she told me to... Inga's a friend of mine, and I beg of you to let her stay with me tonight in the palace.
What are you hiding there?
It's the blood of a dove. It firms the breasts.
Get it out of here. And I never want to catch you here again.
No, sir.
You may go. Be off. Be off.